Lectures. Lectures. Why aren't there any lectures? Well, it's a waste of time. There really is very little point in everybody coming to UTS for an hour to listen to me talk. I mean, why should you do that? You can watch me on YouTube in your own time, at your leisure. Not only that, if you're on YouTube, you can pause and you can rewind, you can say what I've said, and you can backtrack and do all sorts of things that you can't do in a lecture. Aside from that, you're all working. You don't have time to come to UTS just to listen to me talk. So there are lectures, they are video recorded, they are available on YouTube, and you have to answer quizzes about them. Now, knowing that so much of IT technology and software development changes quite rapidly, the lectures I recorded these in 2015. I'll be recording another one to do with software quality assurance principles, but the rest of them were re-recorded in 2015. And it wasn't the first time they were recorded, they just simply got recorded again. They were re-edited and republished in 2015. So they're not that old, they're not that out of date. The lectures that cover basic quality management topics are required. You must know these things. I can't send you out there not knowing what ISO 9001 is, for example. So you have to know a bit about that. Lectures that cover the more advanced topics, such as the history of quality management. It's nice to know, but you don't have to know. You might want to know about Six Sigma. I think I've got a lecture on that. But again, you don't have to know that. These lectures, they are electives. You should know more than the basics, but what it is more than the basics is your choice. So these are elective topics, and you get to choose 3 of them. At least I will take your best 3 marks. The quizzes on the lectures, these are provided to enable you to check whether you've understood. Now for that reason, each quiz is a random selection of 10 questions taken out of a pool of either 15 or 30 or 20 or something like that. More than 15 and less than 30. The randomness is to assure a good coverage and to assure that we don't simply get people learn the quiz by rote, pass it among their friends, and here's all the answers. Now, as much as is possible, I will ensure that the quizzes are as changed as frequently as possible, and are very difficult to guess, so that in order to pass, in order to get good marks, you actually have to know the stuff. They are available on schedule. The quizzes on the required topics are available at the time of the required topics. They are available, I think, 2 weeks before the tutorial on that topic, or the schedule for that topic, and they cut off when the tutorial starts. Okay, tutorials start either at 5:30 or 6, I've forgotten which one this is. And when the tutorial starts, the quiz will shut off, and it will not reopen. It will not reopen because I want you to know the material before you get into the class and go to the tutorial. Now, if you haven't studied the material before that time, and you don't know anything, well, you've just missed. You won't get any marks for that particular quiz. Now, if you work out the numbers, each quiz is worth probably about 3 marks. Okay, so it's not that terrible, but it hurts to miss a few. You do have 3 attempts for each quiz. Each attempt will give you a different randomized selection of questions, but you get 3 attempts. The reason for 3 attempts is I find when I'm studying something, I don't quite understand what I'm looking at. And so I need to know what the teacher thinks is important about the subject. And to do that, I usually need to tackle a section of questions and think, oh, I didn't understand it as well as I thought, or I didn't understand that too well, or something else, okay? So I need to go through a quiz or something like that more than once. So you get 3 chances at it, and I will take your best mark. As I said, the quizzes on the required topics are worth 20% of the total marks on the subject, and the quizzes on the elective topics are worth 15%. So you work that out, as I said, for required topics, each quiz is worth probably about 3 marks. For the elective topics, since you have to do 3 of them, then each quiz is worth 5 marks. So the elective topics are worth a few marks.